And then the music stops. My guess is that we all have played musical chairs at least one time in our life. In your memory, you may remember some of the players. There was the slow walker. This person walks slowly to make sure they have a chair near them when the music stops. And then there was the aggressive player. When the music stops, they hit a chair so hard that even if you're sitting in it, you end up on the floor. I had a chance to play musical chairs when I was on a mission trip to India. I played with a group of locals, and it was fun, and I ended up in the finals. But I lost to a local when there was only one chair left. Think what we're teaching our kids through this game. How about competition? Or how about corporate downsizing? That's when a business has too many employees and they need to let some of them go. In other words, fire some of them. I have some ideas how to adjust this game. What if we have just the same number of chairs as there are participants? And when the music ends, we don't take a chair out. No one has to leave the game. Doesn't sound like much fun, does it? How about using chairs of different size? Each chair has a different value, and you don't have to take a chair out. You earn points by sitting in a chair. Just try to get the highest point total after so many times of music stops. What chair would you like the best? This teaches kids that different chairs have different value. Want to make the game really different? Don't make the biggest, most comfortable chairs worth the most points. And don't tell them that you did this. Let them figure it out as they play. What a life lesson. You see, we need all the chairs to play the game. They all have an important place, even though they don't look the same. So what does this have to do with the Bible? Paul teaches about this type of musical chairs, except he uses body parts that talk. You see, a body part thinks it's more important than other parts, but Paul shows that all the parts are needed for the body to function correctly. In 1 Corinthians 12:12, it says, "The body is a unit, though it is made up of many parts." Now, missing any of these parts can cause difficulty. Try watching a movie or TV show with the sound on mute, and you don't have closed captioning. Try watching the same movie or TV show wearing a blindfold and only being able to hear the show. Sounds like listening to a radio show in the 1930s or 1940s. Today's shows have so much action that it would be hard to imagine a car chase or a fight scene without having the ability to see it. Try it sometime when watching an action show or a movie to see how difficult it is. Suppose you lost your thumb in an accident. Try picking up a cup without having a thumb. And are your toes all that important? Do you realize their part in helping you keep your balance? Now, continuing in 1 Corinthians 12:17, if the whole body were an eye, where would the sense of hearing be? If the whole body were an ear, where would the sense of smell be? And 1 Corinthians 12:21 continues, the eye cannot say to the hand, I don't need you. And the head cannot say to the feet, I don't need you. On the contrary, these parts of the body that seem to be weaker are indispensable. This is good news for all of us that belong to the body. The body Paul is referring to is the body of Christ, that is, the church. You may not be the big lounge chair of the body. Maybe you are the simple, ordinary chair, but you are just as important. We all have a slot to fill in the church. One of the sayings of Jesus that I think is very important is found in Matthew 20 and also in Mark 10. Jesus is telling his disciples that he did not come to be served, but to serve. No matter what slot we fill, serve well. Another statement that I look forward to hearing is found in Matthew 25. Jesus is telling a parable about servants who did a good job serving their master, and the master replies, well done, good and faithful servant. Jesus is using a parable to show what the kingdom of heaven will be like. Remember, when you are serving God, there are no small jobs. Find a place where you can serve, and then serve with joy, knowing that God is pleased with your service. May you find real joy in serving God wherever that may be.